to be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Wednesday, February 2nd, 2022. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Welcome back, and let's jump right into the action today with a brand new update from Cedric McMillan, who's just under 5 weeks out from making his 8th trip back to the Arnold Classic. If you followed Cedric's career over the last decade, you know that he's consistently finished in the top 5 or 6 at the Arnold just about every year, which includes his big win back in 17. But with that said, this year's lineup is so top heavy, and there are so many guys who are in the prime of their careers who really need this win that it's hard to say for certain where we'll see him finish. Breaking into the top 6 is going to be an uphill battle this year, but if he dials it in and really nails his conditioning, he'll have a puncher's chance, and sometimes that's all you need. One of the athletes who we all expect to see competing with Cedric for one of those coveted top 5 positions a few weeks from now is William Bonac. And if you haven't already seen his interview on Dennis James' podcast, you might want to tune into that one, because he dropped some cold, hard truth bombs during their conversation. Not only did he open up and talk pretty candidly about his supplement usage, he also said that winning the Olympia title for him is probably a stretch at this point in his career, which is why he's really focusing all his efforts on the Arnold, which he considers the Super Bowl. I think if you ask most people, they would agree that William has been one of the best bodybuilders in the world for the better part of the last 5 years. So to hear him talk with this sort of perspective was really fascinating. And I guess now the only thing to do is sit back and wait to see how this next phase of his career plays out, because that will be what ends up determining his legacy. We've still got a few weeks left on the calendar before our next 212 event of the season, but that doesn't mean we can't look ahead at what's coming down the line, especially when you see updates like this from someone as dangerous as Oleh Kryvyvi. A few days ago, Oleh posted these update photos on his Instagram, and if you didn't know any better, you'd swear that he was already in mid-season form. Pound for pound, this guy is probably one of the most underrated athletes in the division. But anyone who remembers how good he was when he won the Big Man Pro last year knows that he's one of the best in the business. So if he shows up somewhere 100% and ready to go, it's a guarantee that he's giving everyone else in the lineup all they can handle. Here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that for 5 out of the last 6 years, the winner of the Pecini International went on to win the Olympia later that year? I'm guessing you didn't, because I just Googled it a few minutes ago and found that one right before we started the show. But now that you know, doesn't it feel like it raises the stakes even more for someone like Isa Pecini? She's coming into the year looking to win back her Bikini Olympia title, which she won in 20, the same year that she also won the Arnold Classic. And for one reason or another, sometimes small details like this end up being good predictors of the future. So if she does end up pulling out the win, it feels like a pretty good omen for the rest of the contest season. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo.
Whoa! This video of the teleprompter here. This is a special news flash from Mr. G. RxMuscle fans out there. No matter what happens in your life, no matter how depressed you get back up, drink your coffee, get out there, and remember, never to give up,